Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting international craft beers with Dr. Dave. Outstanding indeed. Now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. Interesting beer that's come my way. Never heard of it, never had it. I believe we're going to pronounce it Tona. Tona. Probably not correct, but I'm going to go for it. Tuna Cerveza Lager Especial from Nicaragua. Ah, Nicaragua. Interesting, huh? Yeah, I wrote down the alcohol so I wouldn't forget here because I forget these days. 4.6% alcohol. Yeah, you think I can read that stuff on there? That stuff is too small for me to read. Okay, I got a, bottle cap here that I do not have in my collection, so allow me to open it up very carefully and slowly. There we go. Tuna. Tuna from Nicaragua. So, I'm expecting a very light colored beer here out of this brown bottle. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's lively carbonated. Lively carbonated. Now, a lot of people say, well, aren't you afraid to drink beer from different parts of the world? And I would answer, beer has to come to a boil. The wort has to come to a boil. And once it's boiled, it takes out the impurities of the water. Matter of fact, look it up. You can Google it. Um, how people had to drink beer during the Black Plague because they couldn't drink the water. Yeah, once that wort comes to a boil, it takes out all the impurities. So, same thing with this. Yeah, it might be from a country that I normally wouldn't want to drink the liquids from, but yeah, beer is boiled basically, and it takes the impurities out of the water. Now, what they put in after that, I don't know. But if the water's okay, yeah, because if you think about it, beer is mostly water, right? Yeah, well, think about it, it is. All right, so let's pour out an extremely clear, light golden color. Well, it's not really that light. Let's call it a light to medium golden color. Some carbonation, not a whole lot in there. It did make some bit of foam. It's all gone now, but we can easily bring that back. You just have to be careful and don't get too rambunctious. But I do like the presentation on a beer. Presentation is everything on a beer, especially a craft beer. Yeah, so there you have it. Let's see what kind of aroma we can pick up. Grainy, bready, a little bit of sweetness in there. I don't know if this is brewed with adjuncts, but it very well could be. And I don't know who the owner of this brewery is, but if it's AB InBev, you could just about bet your last dollar there's some adjuncts in here. But anyway, let's go ahead and thank the brewers there in Nicaragua for all the hard work they did to bring this beer to the United States of America. Cheers to them, and cheers to you at home for watching. That's got a bit of a sweet taste to it. I would say there's some kind of adjunct in here making it so sweet. It's not off-putting. It's not off-putting. But I would serve this beer ice cold. Now, it's not ice cold right this minute, but I tell you what, if it sits here another 15 minutes, it's probably going to be undrinkable, at least for me. Yeah, because I do not like a beer once it warms up because it brings forth even more sweetness. I don't care if it's from the malts or from an adjunct. I don't like a super sweet beer. If I'm going to drink something sweet, I might as well drink Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola, right? Yeah. This beer is decent as is, but like I said, if it warms any further, it's not going to be all that. No. But yeah, it's a decent beer. It's got some some nice malt in there. It's more malt than anything else. Got a lot of malt in there. Very strong malt backbone. Very few hops in this beer. Although it is a lager style beer, you would expect to have a little bit more hop in here, but not a whole lot. And I don't know the age of the beer either. There was no date on the bottle, so that could have something to do with it. But as this beer is presented to me, it's quite drinkable, very easy drinking, light bodied, light mouthfeel, very light carbonation. I mean, it's just a beer to pass the time with. Um, I would say it's nothing to write home about, but it's drinkable. It's doable, which is a lot more than I can say for some beers around the world. Cheers to that. Oh yeah, those malts are in there. Yeah, just needs to be cold. It needs to be cold. But it is leaving a bit of lacing there on the side of the glass, not a whole lot. The carbonation has kind of gone away, but like I said, it's a light-bodied beer, very doable. We'll go with a variety of cuisines, and especially in Nicaragua where it's always hot, this would be a good beer to cool off with. So there you have it. Tona, Tona. Lager Especial. It's a special. Yeah, it's a special beer, baby. All right, you know what? I'm going to run out of here, my friends. If you've had this beer, yeah, shoot me an email and let me know what you think about it. Just an everyday beer, though. It's very light bodied, goes down easy, non offensive, but you got to keep it ice cold. That's my opinion. All right, then. Until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure. But the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast. And if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing Clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.